Hey guys, it's Haley and welcome to another bookish video. So I actually just got done filming another reading vlog and I'm going boom right into another one. I'm so excited for this, guys. This was a secret TBR. Y'all did not know what tied these books together, but I'm about to tell you, and you probably know from the title. I am reading the 3 lowest rated books on my TBR. So are we in for a ride here? Is this going to be an experience? This might be horrible. These might be 3 1-star books, or there could be a 5-star book hidden in here and just nobody knows because nobody wants to read it because it has such bad reviews. So first up, I'm gonna start out with There's Someone Inside Your House by Stephanie Perkins. This is a YA mystery thriller about a girl who has to move in with her grandmother, I believe. And when she moves, all of the people at her new school start basically getting picked off. They're dying and she thinks she's next, and it's a very vague description. It sounds like something that I would like just based on that, but I don't know. I heard really good things about this from Elias Reads and I really trust him. He's like one of my favorite booktubers honestly ever. He got me into booktube. I can't lie, I love him. So I feel like if he liked this, it can't be that bad. It's also really short. It's under 300 pages. So I'm like, a cute little YA mystery. Why does this have such bad reviews? I don't know. But I'm gonna get into this one first, and then coming up, so you know what to keep watching for, I'm gonna be reading Bring Me Back by B.A. Paris, which, if you don't know, B.A. Paris's other book, Behind Closed Doors, is one of my favorite thrillers of all time. So really confused why this has such bad reviews. And then I'm also going to be reading The Perfect Mother by Amy Malloy. And I just read Amy Malloy's new release and it was a 3-star book, so pretty average. So we'll see if these 3 books are as bad as the reviews say. Before I get into actually reading this, let's go ahead and see some of those bad reviews. So this book overall has a 3.4 rating on Goodreads. Not amazing, but not horrible. But a lot of the reviews are scathing. People are like, this is the worst book I've read this year. I've never read something worse. Thriller and horror fans beware. I DNF this at 10%. People that don't like this book really do not like this book. A lot of the complaints that they're saying in the bad reviews are that it's too romance heavy, which honestly wouldn't surprise me because Stephanie Perkins usually writes YA romance. She wrote the Anna and the French Kiss books, and I love those books, so kind of not mad if it has a cute little bit of romance in it. But some people think it's too romance heavy. I don't know. I feel like all YA mystery thrillers for some reason are kind of romance heavy. There's always 2 teens that fuck in a barn or something while there's a killer on the loose, you know? So I'm expecting that, and I don't think that will really lower my rating that much. Don't think it'll bother me. You have to adjust your expectations based on the author, okay? If I'm reading a Karen Slaughter book and it was written like an Alice Feeney book, I would rate it really, really low because that's not what I'm expecting from Karen Slaughter. I want crazy, graphic, horrible, but somehow heartwarming and human, you know? But with Alice Feeney, I want more existential, twisty, but still domestic and dramatic thrillers. So they're very different thriller authors, and they're both adult thriller authors, and I would still have to adjust my expectations. So I feel like for something like this, you really have to adjust your expectations and realize that this is not going to be an intense graphic adult thriller. This is a YA thriller by a romance author. So it's probably going to be not as graphic and romance heavy, which are the 2 biggest critiques in all of these bad reviews. So I feel like the people that are giving this horrible reviews they aren't expecting what this is going to be. You know, that's like if you went into a rom-com and you were like,
I just really wanted to watch something sad and depressing and this was too happy.
It's not what it is. Like, I don't think this was marketed as an adult, graphic, intense slasher. I think this was marketed as like a teeny bopper, romance heavy, maybe a little bit cliche, 80s slasher horror movie, which I'm all down for, even though I do like more graphic thrillers, and my favorite thrillers tend to be really intense and amazing. I'm not opposed to reading like a cute, fluffy, romance heavy mystery. I don't know. I feel like I'm going on a rant a little bit here, but I just feel like people need to adjust their expectations to what the author is trying to do. And just because the author's doing something different than what you usually like doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means it's different. So I will be obviously judging this based on my preference. My rating is going to be based on my preference. So if I'm bored out of my mind and hate it, my rating's going to reflect that. But I'm also not just going to say this is a horrible book and give it a horrible rating just because it doesn't match up with the type of books that I prefer. You know, I don't know if any of this is making sense, but I will get into this book right now, and hopefully I will update you soon with what I think about it.
Hi vlog.
I got Chick-fil-A. Actually, my boyfriend got me Chick-fil-A because period cravings. Read 100 pages of this book. I'm flying through this. That usually happens with me and YA mysteries. I don't know why. I feel like they're just written in a way where you can fly through them. Like, I'm literally over a third of the way through already, and I feel like I was only reading for like a couple hours. Very odd. I don't think this book is necessarily bad. It's not enthralling, you know? It honestly, this is the most accurate comparison that I can draw. It's like reading Riverdale.
You know, what if a future me tries to use your kiss with Archie against some future you? A bughead kiss, right now in the present, might be precisely what it takes to save a future bughead from imploding.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like reading Riverdale. Okay, so it's not anything groundbreaking, it's not emotional, it's not riveting, it's not crazy. It's literally just like a teen mystery drama. But there is some interesting representation that I did not expect from this book. I thought this was gonna be like very whitewashed, heterosexual love, like whatever. But there's actually trans representation, and our main character that we're following is mixed race, so we're getting that side of things too. Y'all know I love reading about the mixed race experience. I don't know why. Every time I read a book with a mixed race character, I feel like I'm so intrigued by it, and their experience is so unique to me. I don't know. I feel like it's just not written about often, and when I do stumble across it, it's done really well. I feel like that's something everyone can relate to, even if you're not mixed race, like not fitting in with either group completely, or feeling like you're like caught in the middle. So I really like that. Our main character is half Black and half Native Hawaiian, so that's also really cool that we get like little things about Hawaiian culture and the food and things like that, and I'm just like, I really want Hawaiian food now. But yeah, I'm surprised. I'm happily surprised by the different representation that is in this book. It's not all completely whitewashed and like an 80s horror movie in that way, but it is like an 80s teen movie in like the drama and the very basic, not so surprising mystery. So I wouldn't say this book is bad. There are definitely good things about it.
If you like Riverdale, highly recommend this book.
I gotta go do class now, and then it's back to her. We'll let you know when I read some more. Hello vlog, good morning. It is pretty early. I'm about to go to the dentist. It's not gonna be that fun of a day. I literally have 6 hours of Zoom class and I have to go to the dentist. But I did want to update you really quick. I'm gonna go sit down in the living room. Oh my god, I sound so tired. But I'm gonna update you. Ooh, that was horrible lighting for a second. Ooh, it's still horrible. Better. Okay. I'm gonna sit you down and update you because I got about 2/3 of the way through There's Someone Inside Your House by Stephanie Perkins. Let's talk about it. So this book, I wish we were getting more into the actual mystery. People keep dying and I feel like there's no reason for it, and I get that like we're trying to figure out the reason, but there's no like investigating. Like I like YA mysteries like Truly Devious or like One of Us is Lying, where the young like high school kids all band together and like try to be Sherlock Holmes, like try to solve the case. And this is not what this is. This is literally like,
I'm a random girl in high school in a small town, and I'm dating a boy, and it's like a romance fun time. And also people just like keep dying at my school. I don't really know.
It's like, wait, you're not gonna solve the mystery? Like, I don't know, maybe that'll come in later, but like I'm 2/3 of the way through, or almost 2/3 of the way through, and you're just like chilling, watching people at your school die and just being like, I'm gonna go make out with my boyfriend. Like, I don't know. I feel like this is what people meant by the romance is too much, because that does need to take a back seat for it to be an actual mystery. I feel like if you are looking for a romantic thriller, and I have had people ask me for those kind of recommendations, I would put this on that list, but I would not call this a thriller at this point. It is very gory and like slashery for a YA mystery for sure. The deaths are absolutely insane. Not like Karen Slaughter level insane, but like they're pretty graphic, and they give some details like about the bodies and things like that. So I wouldn't say this is like super tame. I would just say it's Riverdale. Like, it just reminds me of Riverdale. It literally reminds me of Riverdale. It's just like Betty is off doing things that make no sense, that nobody really cares about. Like her mother's in a cult or something. And then Veronica and Archie are like having their love problems or whatever. And they're like off doing it while like Archie's dad, like, I don't know, gets shot by the Black Hood. And nobody's like really into the mystery. They're roped up in their high school things, and people are dying.
Kim, there's people that are dying.
I don't know. I can understand the bad reviews. Hopefully, I've heard by reading more bad reviews that one of the big critiques is the killer is revealed too early. I feel like even if it was revealed right now, like the next time I pick up the book, it wouldn't be that early. Maybe then we could just figure out the actual motivations for the killer and like get into the actual mystery. I would love that. I just feel like it's happening too late now. So kind of the opposite of what people are saying in the reviews, but I will get back to it and let you know later when I'm back from the dentist. Okay, hello, I am back from the dentist, back from Target, and I finished this book all before 1 p.m. It's a productive day. What do I even say about this book? I'm gonna rate it a 3 out of 5 stars, slightly below average. I'm not gonna go down to the 2-star range because there was a stretch of like 50 pages in here that is honestly phenomenal. It felt like a classic like Scream kind of horror movie, and I loved it. I thought it was so well done. The like initial chase when they're like confronting the killer is so good, and then it just got really odd, really bad, really like trying to be deep but not actually deep, leaning into the romance, making bad choices, like doing the fake out kind of thing where it's like, oh, are they dead? Are they not? Ooh, they're laying on the ground, they're wounded, but are they dead? You know, and that was just, it was too much. It was kind of cheesy. And then the very end, it was kind of just like, got him, book over. Like, no resolution whatsoever. And that is one of my biggest pet peeves in thrillers. Thrillers have to be ended on a note that is still ominous and creepy. It can't be perfectly tied up in a bow, at least in my opinion. I don't like that. But there has to be some type of resolution. It can't just be like,
I'm gonna cuff you, buddy, and take the killer away.
Like that. Oh, it just felt like Scooby-Doo. Like, sorry, I'm kind of giving away the ending, but I don't think many people are gonna want to read this book. It's a 3-star. Let's just say I understand the bad reviews, but it did have that good stretch. It did have that good stretch of like 50 pages that felt like Scream, felt like a classic slasher movie. So I did enjoy that. I would recommend this book if you're first getting into mystery thrillers and you're under the age of like 17 and you like gory and graphic things, but you're young. I think if you're a YA reader and you're trying to get into YA mystery thrillers, but you still want that romance aspect, then you would like this. I'm really just trying to find a group of people to recommend this book to because it's really not horrible. It just, it has Riverdale vibes. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'll say.
In case you haven't noticed, I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in, and I don't want to fit in. Have you ever seen me without this stupid hat on? That's weird.
So on to the next book. I'm going to be reading The Perfect Mother by Amy Malloy next. This is a missing baby story. You guys know that I love missing babies and missing children. Sounds insane, but those are my favorite kind of thrillers. So I honestly have high hopes for this. I've also read Amy Malloy's most recent release and I enjoyed it. So I have high hopes for this. I don't think the Goodreads ratings could ring true for me, but whatever. This book is about a group of mothers, kind of like hoity-toity, think Big Little Lies, suburban mothers in New York, and they meet up and like go out and have like mommy time without the babies every week. And while they're on one of their outings, one of the babies that was left at home with a babysitter disappears. And so the mother comes home, the baby's gone, it's a mystery. What happened? Hi, Mochi. That's basically what this is about. Now let's look into the reviews and see why people don't like it. So overall on Goodreads, this book has an average score of 3.55, which I feel like it's not good, but it's also pretty average. It's not really, really horrible for an overall rating. But most of the bad reviews are saying one of two things. Half of the people are like, this is just another thriller, it's nothing new, nothing exciting, it's very predictable, which if that turns out to be the case, I think this has the potential to be really good for me because sometimes I like a good predictable thriller that can make me feel good about myself for guessing the person that committed the crime, and you know, it's just a fun little twisty time. It doesn't have to be outrageous every single time, in my opinion. But the other half of the reviews said there's way too many perspectives. It's so hard to follow. Like, it's just confusing. The plot doesn't make any sense. So I feel like this is not one that I can just passively read, and I'm gonna have to really pay attention to the perspectives and whose point of view I'm following. And I don't know how many perspectives there are, but apparently there's a lot. Either way, I'm excited to get into this and see what I think about it. So I gotta go do class, but you best believe I'm gonna get to this book. I'm excited for it. So I'll update you when I start reading. Hey guys, good morning. It is the next day. I have 3rd-degree burns. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I have 3rd-degree burns. So that happened last night when I was making soup. The soup was really good, kind of worth the burns, but you know, that was my evening last night. But I did read a little bit. I read about 50 pages of The Perfect Mother, so I just wanted to update you about that really quick before my busy, hectic day where I'm probably gonna get no reading done. Oh my god, look at the burn. Boba! Hey, queen! She wants to be in a clip. What's new? What's new? You want to be the center of attention? Yeah, just like your mother. Okay. The Perfect Mother. This is her without the little dust jacket. kind of ugly, but whatever. So far this book is like half Big Little Lies, Happy and You Know It by Laura Henkin, where it's like rich mothers, and then half Little Secrets by Jennifer Hillier, where it's like a child has gone missing but there's sketchy stuff going on, you know, like it might be an inside job, like not the mother but like someone close to the mother. I don't know, I like it so far. I'm like not hating it. I like all the mommy drama. I think it's so funny. Like, I don't know, when they're just like,
oh my god, she didn't pump last night. She's gonna have wine. Like
I don't know, it just seems so stupid, and I think it's hilarious. Sorry if you can hear my washing machine, it's going because I had to wash the clothes that got soup all over them from when I burned myself. Literally, look at that, y'all. Ew. Can we just... But yeah, overall, I'm enjoying it. It seems like just an average dramatic thriller. I'm gonna want some Little Secrets style twists, or else I think I will be a little bit disappointed. I can see how this one could fall flat, but overall right now, I'm not bothered by it. I like her. So I'm gonna go about my day. I have a very busy day. And we'll see when the next time I update you is. No promises. Hey guys, good morning. It's the next day. I actually finished The Perfect Mother by Amy Malloy. Gonna go ahead and give this a 2-star. I know I was optimistic about this one, but the final like big reveal plot twist had to do with mental illness, and we don't use mental illness as a plot twist. That is something that I'm not fond of, and I would not recommend this book for that reason, and I don't want to get into it anymore, other than I don't support thrillers that use mental health as a twist. That's not a twist, that's a very serious issue. Also, it was just very jumbled and hard to follow. There were way too many perspectives. I agree with those bad reviews, and yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. This is a 2-star book. Now, hopefully, this last book can redeem this reading vlog. Next up, I'm reading Bring Me Back by B.A. Paris. As you guys know, Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris is one of my favorite thrillers, and just books in general of all time. So I don't really see how, if B.A. Paris is capable of writing that, this can be so bad. So this has a very vague synopsis, which I think is good for a thriller because I don't like to go in knowing too much. It's basically about a woman who disappeared, and her boyfriend, husband, fiance, someone lied about it, and now it's years later and it's coming back to haunt him because there were lies and sketchy things going on. So very vague. I will let you guys know a better synopsis once I get into it, but let's go ahead and take a peek at the bad reviews of this book on Goodreads. So the overall average rating for this book on Goodreads is a 3.5. Pretty average to me. I don't think the books that I have on my TBR are gonna be absolutely super low rated, so that's why these are falling into like that middle range. But so far, as we've seen, they've still been not stellar. So the bad reviews of this book are basically saying half of the people say it's confusing, it goes back and forth in time too much, and doesn't make any sense, and then the other half of people are saying that it was cheesy, the twists were so predictable and like cliche that they were funny, like they found themselves laughing at this book instead of taking it seriously and actually getting like haunting, thrillery vibes. So I will get into this and I will let you guys know what I think about it. Hello guys, good morning. I am halfway through Bring Me Back by B.A. Paris. I like it. I don't know why people have been shitting on this book so hard. Like, I really like it. I cannot stop reading it. Like, every free moment I have, I'm reading this book. It's compulsively readable, just like Behind Closed Doors was to me. I don't know, maybe the twists when they start coming are gonna be like cheesy and horrible like the reviews say, but to me, so far, I really like this. It's really easy to just binge this book because it's so short. It's less than 300 pages. The chapters are really tiny, so you just want to keep flipping. I got to part 2 last night at about page like 100, and it was like creepy and definitely suspenseful, very thrillery, but it wasn't like no big twist was coming. And then I started reading part 2 this morning, and I got 50 pages into it, and we got a new perspective in part 2 that it was a twist, but I definitely saw it coming, and I think you were supposed to see it coming. It's like what all the suspense was leading up to, so I didn't really have a problem with that. I'm gonna have to let you guys know deeper thoughts as I get more into it, but let me give you a more in-depth synopsis so you know if you want to read this book or not. I think this is a really interesting concept. So it's basically about a guy who his wife disappeared, or not wife, his girlfriend disappeared 12 years ago, and now he's getting signs that she might be still alive. Somehow, maybe she just ran away and that's why she disappeared. Maybe she got injured and she was like laying in a ditch and nobody ever found her, and then she just went on with her life. Maybe she got kidnapped. Like, I don't know. She's been living this other life and now she's back because he is about to marry her sister, and she's not happy about that. So she's coming out of the woodwork. She seems crazy, unbalanced. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I really want to read this book, and I'm so mad that I have other things to do today. You probably hear the washer going in the background because I have to do like a million loads of laundry and do like a bunch of stuff for school, and I have somebody coming to fix our door because our front door is broken. So I gotta do all that, even though I just want to read this book, and hopefully I will get time to read this book today, and I will let you know later if I have any more thoughts about it. Hello guys, it is a little bit later. I look a lot cuter and I have finished Bring Me Back by B.A. Paris. I didn't hate it. I feel like that's the consensus of this video. Every check-in I'm like, I didn't hate it as much as the people in the reviews said I would. This is gonna be a 3-star book for me. I liked it up until the last like 20 pages. The last twist like really tried to do something and she really didn't. It was just kind of confusing, and I knew what B.A. Paris was going for, but I was like, this is not executed well. Like, the execution was just not there. It was confusing to the point where it wasn't like, oh my god, this is, oh my mind is blown. It was just kind of like,
Da Vinci?
that was all I could say. When I finished this book, I literally was like, Da Vinci.
Who painted the Mona Lisa? Mona Lisa. Oh, yeah. Da Vinci?
I don't really know what's going on, so I'm gonna give it a 3-star because I did enjoy most of it. That ending and the final twist just like kind of ruined it all for me. Don't want to give any spoilers, but So just to wrap up everything that I read, we had books rated in the 3 and 2-star range. I don't think that's too bad for these books being the lowest rated ever on my TBR. Definitely didn't find any new faves. I definitely see why all of these are the lowest rated on my TBR, but I don't think they're absolutely horrifying books. I did enjoy my experience reading them for the most part. The last 2, the ending twist, bad. The first one was literally just like watching an episode of Riverdale. So if you like Riverdale, highly recommend. And that is gonna be all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you like hanging out with me, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.